If you can't trust your food, then what can you trust? It seems like we can't go more than a few days without hearing about a major recall.
Warning to all states yet again. You guys have bought eggs or are going to buy eggs, you might want to double check them. They've got 65 people already infected. And I know a lot of you guys shop at Costco. Huge warning from Costco. Do not eat these two foods from Costco. Return them ASAP for a refund. We've also got other food warnings like whole cantaloupe. The news with food awareness these days, just out of control. Information you guys should know about today, coming right up. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Okay, so I'm researching these current food recalls of 2024. In fact, so current food recalls in October. And I come across this FDA commercial right in the whole middle of everything. I've got to play it for you guys. I think they got the first part right, but after that, you're just like,
if you can't trust your food, then what can you trust? It seems like we can't go more than a few days without hearing about a major recall. Contaminated whey has been found in crackers, E. coli in cookie dough, metal pieces in mac and cheese, and even a dead bat was found in salad mix. But don't fret, what's happening is not that food is getting worse, it's that technology is getting better.
just that part alone. And that statement right there, I was like, say what? It's not that the food is getting worse, it's that the technology is getting better. Folks, we have more food recalls than ever before. So just to humor you, let me play the rest of this FDA commercial to make you feel a lot better about the more and more food recalls that we're experiencing every day. And then we'll get to the important information that you guys need to know, because there is food that you need to get out of your house now.
Today, food technology is more readily available. The Food and Drug Administration has lots of tools to keep an eye on your food. The enactment of the Food Safety Modernization Act in 2011 led to a paradigm shift, where the FDA focused on preventing outbreaks as opposed to just reacting to them. That's why many foods are recalled before anyone gets sick, sometimes before they even hit shelves. And if someone does get sick, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention can now test blood samples from infected patients and link illnesses back to actual food sources. And the technology to keep food safe is just getting started. The FDA is also working on developing ways to track outbreaks back to single growers, which could lead to fewer recalls. One question is left. Are you going to eat that?
Is that not as odd as all get out? I think what they're trying to tell us is the FDA is on top of it. Food safety is under control. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. FDA thumbs up or FDA thumbs down. And again, please start this video off with a like. It really helps it reach more people. Okay, the biggest, baddest one on the press right now is regarding the eggs. It's always the eggs, right? The chicken, the eggs, the beef. Salmonella outbreak prompts egg recall by Wisconsin farm. Folks, it's eggs. And guess what? Eggs go into a lot of things. So if you don't have eggs in your fridge or you're about to get eggs, you may want to double check if you believe in this. Officials said 65 people in 9 states have been infected in this outbreak, which has been traced to an egg farm. No deaths have been reported yet. And this is on several news sites. You can also see it here on USA Today. Egg recall is linked to salmonella outbreak. CDC says, see which states are impacted. Are you guys in one of the affected states? We're gonna go over the states real quick. But first, what is going on? Salmonella outbreak that has sickened dozens of people. 9 states prompted a recall of certain brand of eggs on Friday after officials said that they traced the source of infections to the farm in Wisconsin. State health officials said that 42 of the 65 people infected were in Wisconsin. Special attention in Wisconsin if you're there. Many people reported eating eggs at restaurants in the state before they got sick. Okay, there you go. In restaurants, probably used in ingredients for other things as well. So if this is in fact a thing, you guys definitely want to be cautious. Officials were able to trace the source of eggs to Milo's Poultry Farms of Bondwell, Wisconsin, where they identified the outbreak strain in a packing facility and hens egg-laying house, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention set. So that means all carton sizes and egg types produced by the farm, which either bear the label Milo's Poultry Farms or Tony's Fresh Market. Okay, so Milo's Poultry Farms or Tony's Fresh Market. Be on the lookout for that. But then again, pay attention because there could be restaurants or other places using these eggs in their ingredients. So, like I said, if this in fact is a thing, you'd have to consider that as well. We always want to know what the CDC is saying. So what does the CDC say? No deaths have been reported of the outbreak, but 24 people were hospitalized, like actually hospitalized. The first case was reported in late May, but most infections were reported in July and August, according to the CDC. And we're just hearing about this. The reported number of people infected is likely an undercount because it usually takes weeks to determine if the infection is part of the outbreak, and because of some people may recover without testing for bacteria, said the CDC. So like I said, some people might just be getting sick and thinking that they're sick, not knowing why, like with a lot of other things, and it's just not getting reported. Chances are probably pretty high. But you guys want to know if you're in a state with this concern per what they say. Aside from Wisconsin, infections were reported in California, Colorado, Illinois, Iowa, Michigan, Minnesota, Utah, and Virginia. In fact, Illinois reported the second highest number of infections with 11, followed by Minnesota, which reported 3. Wanted to get you guys that information because I know eggs are a huge staple. If you're not like some of us that have a homestead or out in the country that are getting eggs from a farmer or a farmer's market, which I 100% recommend if you can figure that out. All right, moving on to Costco, because Costco Recall is in the headlines. All right, coming from many sources, including NJ.com, Costco Recall, do not eat these 2 foods from Costco. Return them for a refund ASAP. Okay, so the big buzz is 2 popular Costco foods were recalled last month, and now the wholesaler is urging customers to return these 2 items for a full refund. Costco announced recalls for Kodiak Power Waffle. Boom. Kodiak. We actually used to get that back in the day for the kids, for waffles, for pancake mix. It's actually pretty good, but we actually got healthier than that and moved that out of our system. So I know probably a lot of you guys get the Kodiak mix. So this in fact is the Kodiak Power Waffles. The second item that Costco has a huge recall announcement about is the Rock River Cattle Co. Smoky Hibachi Skirt Steaks, which I'm sure also hits a lot of people's carts. The River Cattle Co. Smoky Hibachi Skirt Steaks, which are sold at warehouses in select parts of the U.S. Has there been any injuries? They say no injuries or adverse reactions were reported that are linked with the recall. However, Costco is still urging people who have these products not to eat them. So they definitely know something's up, and they probably know something's coming down the pipe financially. So again, if you guys are in the Midwest, because the Kodiak waffles are primarily sold in the Midwest, they're definitely in our area up here in Washington State, and they're saying they might have been contaminated with soft plastic film. They came in 40-count boxes of buttermilk and vanilla power waffles, labeled with the UPC code you can see right there, a sell-by date of January 10th of 2026, and a lot code of that number right there. So if you guys got this in your house, I would urge you just to double check. Better to be safe than sorry. And again, they're saying they're offering full refund, and I'd be like hitting them up for some gas money too while you're at it. Because I know in my situation, driving all the way to Costco and back is over an hour ordeal. Now, when it comes to the recalled Rock River Cattle Co. Smoky Hibachi seasoned beef skirt steaks, they're primarily in the southeastern region, and it was recalled because it contained allergens of soy, wheat, and sesame that were not posted on the label. So the first one's got possible plastic, the other one's got a bunch of stuff that people could be allergic to, and that one comes with a sell-by date of September 13th of 2024. And there's another one, a Costco recall, that they're saying throw this out ASAP, and they're getting hit by a heavy class action. But before I give you those, the FDA, US Food and Drug Administration website also says there's a couple other things you guys need to be aware of this month, October of 2024, regarding food recalls. They're saying just out brand name Hammond's dark chocolate filled mini waffle cones for undeclared milk. And the one that caught my attention just a day or two ago is brand name Candy whole cantaloupe. I know you guys are picking up whole cantaloupe out there, and it's the recall reason description is potentially to be contaminated with salmonella. And then they've got the eggs one listed. There's also a shiso, katsuo, niniku, miso, undeclared fish, and then some kind of metal device. And that's about it regarding food for this month. But also regarding Costco, in case you missed this one, Costco Recall, throw out these packaged salads ASAP, now classified as the highest risk by the FDA. I know a lot of you that shop at Costco are probably buying those pre-packaged salad mixes. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration updated the classification of some previously recalled packages salads from Costco to the highest risk level. The warehouse retailer first recalled about 1,000 grain and celery salads because they were mislabeled as ancient grain plus vegetable salads. Well, what does that mean? The mislabeling could mean that many salads could include undeclared soy and almonds, which could be harmful to anyone with allergies and sensitivities to these products. So if that's you guys, be sure to look into that one because it could be really important. But I'm telling you guys have to pay attention because who else is gonna tell you about this stuff, especially when you've got stuff that could be, most likely be, harmful for you and a lot of people in your fridges, in your cupboards. No one's telling you about this stuff. I mean, until you hear this hit the fan. Costco hit by a class action lawsuit after claims that baby wipes contain significant levels of harmful chemicals. And folks, we're talking about the Kirkland brand. According to the class action lawsuit filed in June against the company's Costco, Kirkland brand wipes allegedly contain significant levels of PFAS. So if that's you, you might want to look into that. Remember, if you guys still haven't switched over to safe American-made non-toxic stuff, we have a link in the top of the description. And also, if you guys missed the video yesterday and want to know about what they're talking about anthrax being in beef right now, I've got a video for that right there. So if you guys found this useful, helpful, if you could do me a favor, share it out so it reaches more folks. As I'm sure if all this is true, it would probably affect a lot of people. And as always, got more coming down the pipe. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.